Right guys, so this is my second video tonight because I said in my match reaction, which I'll put a thing above up there, I said I was going to cover this because it's broke today during the game about Matheus Nunes, and I want to go over the Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher comments at the end of the Brentford game, to be honest with you as well. So I'll start with the Matheus Nunes stuff. So I did a video on him during the summer transfer window, basically saying that Liverpool were in talks with him, and then the deal fell through. Don't know why, just did, right? And we ended up signing at $500,000. So he went to Wolves, and now, if you believe the Telegraph, it's been put out there that Liverpool are exploring a deal to buy the Wolverhampton's wandering midfielder Matheus Nunes on a pre-agreement last summer when they've said he's a striker, but he's a midfielder, was close to sign for Anfield, but the transfer didn't go through, right? Says Nunes is more of a long-term project, but the perspective has not changed that this is a player whom the club believe has a major future at Anfield, as per Telefootball, right? Liverpool's bid for Nunes is likely to be around £44 million, and it just goes on by saying stuff like that Liverpool exploring a deal, blah, 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 blah. Liverpool made a commitment to bid for him subsequently, and that deal is very much alive this month. Should it go through, Nunes would likely move to Liverpool at the end of this season. So it's not even for now. This is something that they're thinking about for the summer. And there's something else hidden there as well, that apparently Nunes is the alternative to Bellingham. So why is that being put out there now in the media, guys? Is it because of the league position? Has Bellingham basically said that he's not going to come to Liverpool if we don't get Champions League football? Who knows? What I will say is that this doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Like, why would Liverpool, if they liked this player so much, have the opportunity to buy him in the summer for a cheaper price, and then when everything starts going to hell, oh, we'll go buy you now for a bit more money? It says something here that it's because they wanted to give him a chance to settle in and, you know, play a bit of Premier League football. Why didn't we do that with Gakpo then? Why didn't we do that with Nunes? Darwin Nunes? You know what I mean? Like, it's just absolute rubbish. You know, do I think that we like Nunes as the midfielder? Yeah, I do, because we looked at him during the summer. But this article, and if this is true, guys, if this is true, that we are about to sign Matheus Nunes, either on a pre-agreement or we're bringing him during January, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you do that when you knew we needed a midfielder during the summer? Why did you not just snap him up then? Get embedded into the Liverpool team, teach him the way we play football, and then let him go. Like, unleash him, like we've done with the other ones. Now you're going to bring him into the midfield during a season where we're struggling, where we need to push on and, you know, get top four, challenge for the Champions League, potentially win the FA Cup, right? That's not a good environment to come into, is it? So I'll just go through here his stats, because you must be thinking to yourself, well, he must be having a really good season at Wolves, you know, for Liverpool to have changed their mind after like 6 months to go get him. Show you what he's done. So he's got 14 appearances in the Premier League, yeah? 0 goals, 1 assist, and 1 yellow card. Out of them appearances, right, he's played 9 as a CM, like more central midfielder, 5 as an attacking midfielder, and 1 as a defensive midfielder. Now, my opinion, we need someone that can play a little bit more deeper than that, yeah? It says here in his central midfielder, like more of in between the defence and the attack, he's got 1 goal and 2 assists, because that includes Portugal in there as well, yeah? And the goal is for Portugal, not for Wolves, right? Okay, so apparently as well, he's suffered a few injuries this season, so, you know, he's a Liverpool player in the making. The one thing that does show why we're potentially after him is his agent is that Gestifute, which is something that Liverpool have got a very good record with. I'm pretty sure if I click on this that we've got a few of their players at our club already, so that kind of might be where it comes from. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, Nunes, Fabinho, Jota, anymore. Well, Pedro Neto's on that. That's another player we've been linked with. Renato Sanchez, that's another player we've been linked with. Cristiano Ronaldo. Pondence, you know, that's someone else we've been linked with. You know, every one of these players that I can see on here, Liverpool have been linked with, and it's probably because we've got such a good relationship with this this agency, to be fair. You know, apparently didn't they do Rafinha as well or something to do with Rafinha, like where they met with Liverpool during summer in like Doncaster or something daft like that. I can't remember for the life of me now. But yeah, so there you go, guys. That's the Matheus Nunes stuff. I'm not overly whelmed with it, if I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not happy about it because it doesn't make business sense to me. It really doesn't. So I just don't know what to think about this Matheus Nunes. Like, but now anyway, let's just go over this Carragher, Gary Neville stuff that's like erupted today. Yeah? I'm not gonna, show you all the tweets like I did in my last video because there's a fair few here, and I just don't want my screen filling up with all these tweets and everything like that. So Carragher basically was going on about how Liverpool's transfer committee has been like world renowned as like one of the best out there, yeah. And we've signed players like Elliott and Carvalho, but we've never really replaced Junior Wijnaldum, someone that can come in and just protect the defence but also join the attack. And he did mention that Bellingham is that player. And he's called out saying, this result's been coming. The last 2 performances have been very lucky. This result was going to be there every 4 or 5 weeks, and he just don't think it'll change. He basically said as well, guys, if we don't get a midfielder in during the this window, then top 4, you can kiss it goodbye. He mentioned the whole Harvey Elliott dummy that I mentioned in my match reaction. And he just goes on saying, like, Thiago for me is not a problem. It's the other 2 around him. They need to have the high energy and the work rate, which they really do. Like, I could see us having like Thiago here, play Bellingham, and then get a new defensive mid in, and we'd have a really good, solid midfield. He's basically said, like, Liverpool's midfield is running on fumes. We signed 1 midfield in the last 4.5 years, which was Thiago. It's really good to see Carragher coming out and saying stuff like this. And he's the one key thing here he said is it's Liverpool look like to play the Jurgen Klopp football, but they don't have Jurgen Klopp players, which is 100% correct. Like Harvey Elliott in midfield doesn't have the physicality to get around as a Jurgen Klopp midfield, like a Junior Wijnaldum, for instance. Naby Keita has not worked whatsoever in this role. He needs to be gone. All talk of him getting a new contract is just rubbish. He should not be signing a new contract for me. And, I just don't get what to say about this guy. I'm still coming over with the whole match that happened and everything like that, to be fair to you. Again, he's on about playing like a Wijnaldum type midfield on the side of Fabinho, protect that back 4. And then, but the thing is that Gary Neville turns around and says, Liverpool need to keep Jurgen Klopp and bring in new owners. They are the 2 biggest fins for them. And then Jamie Carragher says something along the lines of like, they don't need to sell or something like that. We don't need new owners. Yes, we do, Jamie. Like, why are you defending that? Like, you started off really well, calling them out, saying we need like 200 million to spend. We need a big summer to sign midfielders. And then you start defending them again, saying like, oh, they've done the right thing here, this and everything like that. Like, it's pretty bad for Gary Neville, a Man United fan who really doesn't have much to say about the success of Liverpool. Like, he would prefer Liverpool to be like what's going on now. And even he can see that Liverpool need new owners with Jurgen Klopp, with more money, so we can get more investment. That was shocking, that from Jamie, to be fair. But yeah, guys, I think I'll leave it there because I feel like I'm a bit all over the shop with this video, to be fair. It's not really as clear as I wanted it to be, but that's it, really. I wanted to just cover the Matheus Nunes stuff, which I think is a little bit baffling to me, and the Jamie Carragher comments, which I thought were pretty good to start with, but then he just started waffling and defending FSG, which it doesn't make sense when you've got Gary Neville next to him, just basically saying, I think you need new owners, mate, and that's why they've put the club up for sale and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, guys, anyway, let me know in your comments down below what you think about this Matheus Nunes stuff. Give the video a like if you've enjoyed it, and if you're new here, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything else I've got going on, and I'll catch you in the next one.